Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Elsu of Parental World Knowledge. I want to welcome everyone. We're here to do some more watercolor painting. I hope you have your canvas material. It's on a pad. This. And in addition, I hope you have your watercolor paints. They come in a palette and they're non-toxic. They come from an art supply store. And you need an artist sponge. You also need artist brushes. There should be several sizes. And I hope that you have also an artist eraser, and you need colored pencils to match the colors that are in your painting. So whatever colors you have, as close as you can. And in addition, I hope you have a live model, could be a person, could be a pet. And if you don't have that, you can use a prop, but please don't copy exactly as the prop. If you're using like still life or whatever it is that you're using, you just have to make it different, because you'd be stealing some other artist's work. And when you're asked for a juried show, you have to, answer, is this your original work? And the only way it can be original work is if you're doing original work. You have to answer correctly. And that's it. So, and if you can't draw a line drawing, which is the outline of whatever it is that you need to do. Say it's still life and you're doing an apple, so you do the circular part of the apple and you put the little petals and you put the stem, but you don't have to paint every dot in. And then you'll, draw every dot and you'll paint it in. And then in addition, with your painting, pick something that you really love or like. Don't do what I'm doing just because I'm doing a portraiture. Do what you like. And secondly, place my puppy over here in the background. Do it with joy. Don't worry about it being perfect. Are you okay, Patros? Well, need anything under there? Well, good news. We finally got the laptop. I don't know if it works, but it just came in the mail. So I'm really excited. And it's a Dell, which my son has a Dell that I'm working on right now. But this is a brand new, faster speed Dell, and I'm so thrilled. So great news. And I'm just, in shock. I didn't think it was coming, because he bought other things and he was like saying, this is what I'm giving you. And I said, where's the laptop? He kept saying, you're going to give me. It just took too long. I guess it takes a while to come when you order. I know I ordered a Dell in the past, and I had a cheap one. I didn't have a real good one. My one was like $279. And I bought it, I guess, about maybe 10 years ago. And, it wasn't like the graphics of what my son has. This computer I'm on now is quite good, but it's just that I'll be able now, I don't have to be in his room. I could go anywhere I want. I could do cooking segments. I just hope it works. We're going to find out later when my son comes home. He'll, work with me on it to see, that everything's functioning properly. He's my tech person, so I can work the computer, but I want someone to check it over and make sure, troubleshoot and see that it's fine. Alrighty, so good news, we can do cooking too. So we're not going to stop with art. We'll still be doing art, a lot too, but we're still going to get into some cooking. And I know people watched our cooking. A lot of people watched and wrote in, and they liked the cooking. So I'm just really excited about that. And there's so many other things I can do now. I've got a laptop. My gosh, it's endless, the things that we can do. We can do anything, poetry, we can, do so many things. I could even do an energy scan class, which would be marvelous. And we want to have the eventually the health people in. So it would be wonderful. You could see like the treatments and things that we're doing, and that the progress they're making, if they're willing to be on. I don't know. I have to get permission from each person, but if they are, and it will be really wonderful shows that we can do. It's endless what we can do now with having a laptop. Now I can move around and I can do anything at all. So this is very exciting. So I think it's going to be fine because I've always had good luck with Dell. I've never had a bad Dell so far, and been very fortunate. So, my puppy, are you okay? Where he is? I guess he's okay. I hear him into there. Okay. Yeah, he's all right. He's moving around. All right, so we're going to begin and just use very little water. And since these usually don't have white in it most of the times, these palettes, you're going to have to get a liquid white. That's the only other thing. And I am just so happy about that. Oh, and I did find out about the producing job. It was legitimate. And I could do it, but I'm not going to. I'm passing unless they give me $250,000 minimum. And I wrote the company, I won't mention names, how they can give, this funding, how they can get it, and they can give it. And I'm deserving of it. I've worked with 2 known producers, and one was with the New Jersey Film Commission, as I mentioned, Jerry Leopoldi. And then the other one was a producer of the Beatles with their play, which was successful on Broadway. So, this is Mr. Richards, and I worked for years with both, and I just feel I definitely deserve, I might be a newbie, but I definitely deserve at least the starting. That's a minimum a newbie producer should make on a major motion picture. And it's such a shame because it's really a great offer. I would just be thrilled to work with. I'm, so honored to be asked, but I just can't do it for nothing. I can't go out to California. Where would I get this kind of funds? So, it could be a couple of months or something. I don't, maybe it'll be less because he's intending on many producers as part of it, but still. There's no way, even if it was just a month or 2, that's a lot to be living in California at a motel or hotel, wherever, you could find something. It's probably most of them are hotels. So it would just cost too much. And I would love to do it, and I can't accept it. So I just want to let you know, keep you posted. I'm qualified to be a producer because I was trained by the best. And, I have the experience of knowing talent, who's the best, how to work with talent. I've worked with celebrities. I've known so many, which is just amazing. Just a lot of luck in meeting. I even met Dick Clark. To me, he was a superstar. He was the best. I met so many famous people. Connie Francis. It just goes on and on and on. And I placed people in concerts for film. I had casting, record companies, and all that. So I'm not totally a newbie, but I still feel, since I've never produced a film, a major motion picture, I am a newbie for that. But I have experience. And that's it. So it's a shame. I would have loved, but look, I can't do something for nothing. Other people might be in a position, but I'm not, because I run a nonprofit and I put my money into that. And then I do this business and I put my money into that because I'm doing free reality show. I'm doing free. My site is free. You go on it. There's no, fee to go on my site. And I just can't do anything else for free. Got to draw the line somewhere. I'll be in the poorhouse. So I'm, just keeping afloat, and by doing all the charitable work I'm doing now, just squeaking by with my son's help. Squeaking by. Well, I did apply for that social media job a few days ago, and then I couldn't get my resume out of the Dropbox, so I mentioned the other day that I transferred to my email, and then I sent it to a company. But just in case they didn't send it, my thought was, what if they didn't send it? I sent it to the resume company that was requesting it for that job, but I sent it directly myself anyway today. Play it safe, because I didn't hear from it. And they sent me a thank you note, this company, for the social media job, and requested my resume. So I sent it in directly myself, just to play it safe. And then I applied for something else today, so I don't know, some kind of online business, and I have no idea what it entails. But they said they give a regular salary, which, if I could get a regular salary and supplement what I'm doing, because, I'm doing work for free. I instruct for free on the air. I instruct for our organization for free too, and so I'm doing live for my organization, doing in private for our organization. We're serving the public, but we're not taping live on air. And then I write the blog, and the blog I don't get paid for. I could have sold it, and I'm not sorry I didn't, because whatever I did with that, or with the company, the company that wanted to buy it, whatever I did, I'd have to do their way. And I guarantee you they wouldn't let me do this for free. They'd be charging you. So people who can't afford it, I'd have to charge you. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. Certain people can't afford it, and why should I charge you? And another thing, anything paint, they would own. Anything I write, they would own. I have a new book coming out. There's things I don't want them to claim. I don't want to charge people that can't afford to take my service. I do free prayer healings when people need it. I just can't see, this company would have charged for everything I do. And those people that can't afford it, it isn't fair. I started this company for that reason, to help people. I'm not going to change my goal. My goal was to help people. If you can't afford it, that's fine. And I feel I'm not out for the money. I was never out for the money. And, I'll just be patient. God's going to help me with my path. It's taking a while, but look, at least I'm able to help people that need it, that can't afford it. In fact, there's a wonderful guy who watches our show, and he lives in Italy, and he doesn't have a job. Now, he would not be able to watch the show. So there's other people too. I mean, I've come across they don't have jobs too, and they're watching our show. I just feel, and then there's people that need prayer healing. You know, they call me from everywhere, India. Um, I get calls from I think just about every country. Every country there is, people are asking for the prayer healings. So I feel I did the right thing. You know, in retrospect, if I knew my father was going to pass away, I might have did something different because financially things are very hard. But um, I still say though, I did the right thing. If I even could go back in time, I still feel I would still do the same thing. Because I wouldn't be able to help everybody, and I want to help everybody who can't afford it. Uh, Even though I need the money myself, I still feel I just, I can't see people that can't afford to watch us or can't afford to do other things. I have, clients that want to come for free lessons at times, underprivileged children, etc. I can't see, I really can't see, you know, charging for my service until I know people will, if they could afford it, that's different. But if they can't, that's something else. And how can not have a heart for many people that could be senior citizens, underprivileged children who need, lessons. Who need prayer healings, etc. Oh, and another good thing happened today. So God is, trying to bring things my way. Besides, I found out maybe another job, and I got my resume up. A woman who is a congregant in a church is going to come and meet with me next week. It would be on Friday, so I won't be able to tell you till Monday what happens. But it's interesting that she's wanting to have me be at her church, hopefully, and do the prayer healings. And I will get paid, not much, because, it's as a group, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm there to help people, and I'm not in for the money. And so she's going to come here, do some Bible study with me, and then hopefully, and I'll meet her pastor or the assistant pastor, and then I'll go to their place to do the prayer healings. So that's a good thing. So some funds will be coming in from that. And hopefully I keep getting more people so I can finish my book. I need to have more people. I can't just write a whole book unless I have more people from my prayer healings. So I want to write a brand new book. And it would be ParentalWorldKnowledge's would be part of the title. I decided for a title change. I've announced that on social media. And energy scans would be the other part of the title. So I'm really excited. Got a lot of good things happening, positive things. So it's been a rough year without my dad, who I'm painting right now. If you're just tuning in, you might not know. And then, yet a lot of wonderful things are happening, and I think he's watching above, and he's trying to make good things happen with God. Good things coming my way. A lot of things are happening all at once, it just seems. Very positive things. My artwork went on Vita for their designs. If anybody wants to buy the beautiful scarves that they have, just gorgeous pieces. And you get a discount and everything too, because you'll be our first customer. So they're willing to discount you. Give a very high discount. So they're really lovely. Their scarves are silk and there's cashmere. It's really exceptional. Well, I hope everything continues in a very positive way. Although I don't have my dad, that's a big thing, big minus out of my life. But I have all the memories and all the things that we did, and it's why I even started my art. He was very artistic. My mom was artistic. My father was reciting poetry all the time. And my mom was a really great fine artist. So, I had both influencing me. And the fun thing, this house was always full of joy. Nobody pressured me how to do my art, just enjoy my art. And that's, that was a good thing. If you're creative and you have someone, a parent who's creative and they're pressuring you, that's not good. But this was a fun house. My mother always said, just have fun. And so did my dad. That's why I say to you, just enjoy, don't worry. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. You just try and have a good time. And besides, if you want a perfect picture, take a photograph. If you're expecting something of perfection, you shouldn't be painting. You just take a photograph. Take up a hobby of photography. Art is not supposed to be perfect. Art's supposed to be fun and have your feeling, your style. And even if it's different than someone else's, that's good too. To do someone else's style. Oh, and I thank you, Pac-Man. It was wonderful, inspiring. All the nice comments that you're making. Very creative woman. I like that. Very, very sweet. Oh, and I finally got to see what Pac-Man looks like. It's so funny. On Twitter, he has like a mask on. But in person, he's really a handsome guy. I don't know why we would wear a mask. He looks great. So very, very nice looking. And I guess he does that for the effect of, I guess maybe he makes games for a living. I don't really know for sure. I've never talked to him enough to know. But very, very nice looking. This is Pac-Man 77, I think, with his number. At any rate, I am grateful. And we do light colors and dark. So I started with the tan. All I did was put the white and the brown. Now I'm going to be doing a rose color for the background. And we're getting there. We're now several layers, and it's finally getting a little bit more filled in, because there's many details when you do a portraiture. It's a little bit different than doing other paintings, like if I did florals or landscaping. It takes a little more detail when you're doing portraiture. So let's see, anything coming up here? Oh, I got a hay from Pac-Man. Yep, it's 77 LP. I was right. And, I appreciate greatly all the people that watch us, refer people to us. And I'm just so happy about the laptop. Now we can tape everything. Oh gosh, I just hope it works like every other Dell. Every other Dell has been good, but it said as long as the box wasn't, the seal wasn't damaged, and it wasn't, so it should be fine. Shipping, they drop it sometimes, and I get a little worried when it's delivered. It's different, like you buy in the store and you took it home. You didn't drop it, but that's the only thing I'm worried a little bit. And I've had things dropped. I ordered a camera once, and they dropped it, and it was smashed so much. I just said, I'm not buying another one. There's no sense. I'm so leery about ordering things, but Dell, the only way you can get a good deal is if you order it. So, online. If you get it in the store, you're going to spend so much more. So I had no choice. I have to get it from that way. So I had to order it from there, because you're not going to take a chance to buy in a store. You're going to spend probably $1,000 more in the store. That's crazy. Why should I spend $1,000 more? And it looks like a really nice one. It's trim. I didn't see which one it is. What I had Inspiron before, so I don't know if it's Inspiron or what it is. But it just came in the mail, so I haven't. I opened it, but I didn't, actually look inside to see what was the style. I wanted to come on the air, so I didn't want to start looking, but I really was excited. I am so thankful and grateful for my son. Oh, I'm going to blog about this. If you're friends with people that you're in business with, and I've always been that way, I always make friends. I feel I treat you as a friend. I don't treat you as a stranger. I've never done that, and I'm not going to. What I'm trying to say is, if you do that in business, if you're treating your clients like friends, you're so much better off. You're having already, good relationship, when you have a friend, you have someone you can count on, so that your business person feels that they can count on you. And it works in relationships too. If you're a friend first, and I've always done that. I've always been a friend first before I got into a serious romantic relationship. And I feel that is what you should do. Couples, that's what goes wrong with things today. They think, oh, right away, let's get the romance. And that's not where, everything develops. It can't properly develop if you don't become a friend first. Because when you have a friend, you're forgiving more, you're understanding more, you're not having jealousy. All these things are not there. And I feel that you become a friend first, and you get to know that person. And in the future, God forbid, anything happens where you can't be as romantic, you have that friendship. You have all that together. And as you age and you get older, God forbid, that should never happen. My parents never had that happen. They were always able to be romantic in their lives, no matter what. But I'm saying, God forbid it happened, that you couldn't. My thought is that you should like that person. That person should be your best friend. And, marriage should, hopefully, as long as the person's honest with you, it should prevail. But if people aren't honest, that's the problem too. But if they're honest who they are and everything, it should prevail. And I feel so strongly about that. And that's what's wrong with couples today. They don't have that friendship. You need to make that friendship. And you need to continue, make dates for each other and all, And like I said, in business too, have that friendship. I always considered people, I treat them right, want to be treated right. And that's what you need to do. But let's face it, if you can't get along at your job, you don't have friends, and you don't get along with your boss, you can't get along with, how can you stay working there? So you've got to just make friends, make amends, do what you can to keep peace and forgive things. Like you would forgive your friend, so that's why I say, make a friendship, because you would forgive your friend if they did something wrong. They made a mistake, whatever. You will. So it's how you have to treat the people you work with too. What a difference. What a difference you'd be able to get along. And it affects you too. If you're not happy where you're working, it affects your life. You're miserable, and it isn't good. You can go into your own personal relationship. That's why I'm mentioning it, I've blogged about this in the past, and just want to re-mention about it now. And if you go on our site, ParentalWorldKnowledge, I said you should have, be friendly with your partner, or plan different things. And when you're first dating, really, have that friendship. Do the things, plan out things. I've listed a lot of things that you could do. to have a good relationship. And believe me, I can talk about this because no one under 18 can watch this, but having sex is not going to keep you together. I mean, it's good to be able to have that in a relationship, but it's not the thing that's going to tie a relationship together. So you need to develop other things. Be friends and have a great time going out. Keep it regular. If only more people could do this, there would be so much more peace around. Coworkers are fighting, and it's a miserable situation at times, and it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. It truly does not have to be. It could be really, really good. Another pink. I'm using red and white, so I keep that pink. I'm running out of that color there. I don't have any more red. Let's play this one. But I think truly things will really be for the best in your life if you can make your partner treat them special, like a friend, and not just always as romance. You just can't always just have romance. You gotta really, really go out of your way to be extra special and extra nice to your partner, just like you would do for your friend. I see that there's a cord to this laptop, but I don't know if it charges. Like, some laptops I've seen in the past, they plug in and then they can charge. So this might work without the electricity, which would be wonderful if it can hold a charge. And then if ever my power goes, it would still be on. I don't know, but the way my workman works, he keeps turning off the electricity, doing this, doing the lights. He's, he had to do in the bathroom, had the lights, and then he had to take them out to put the tile in. All. Now he's got to do the bedroom. I mean, I don't know what he has to do, if he has to take it off again. The workers, what they have to do. They got the fan up in the lights, but I mean, what if they have to disconnect? And every time I'm using my computer, then I can't use it. I have to have electricity. So if they're turning it off. So now with the laptop, I was just thinking, Now I might not have the disruption if I, charge it. Just like your phone, you can use your phone without, you charge it once and then you can use it. So maybe, just maybe, I can use this laptop and do the filming of our show. This is terrific because they have disrupted so many, not a lot, but it's too many. Is a number. I think it was several times, and I'm really annoyed that I couldn't, use the computer those times. So now this is terrific. I'm so happy that we have the, for another reason, I was just thinking, that is superb. Well, we'll see if it holds a charge. I think most of them do. I've not had a laptop ever, but I years ago was instructing how to use computers. And some people came with a laptop. I had a computer, but they wanted to learn on their laptop. So I saw it maintained a charge. They plugged it in and then maintained a charge. So maybe mine will. So that's good news, very good news if that's the case. Thinking about it now. We'll soon see. And it's good that it's Dell because I still have my contract with Dell. I took a number of years contract for repair on any Dell that I have. And I think it's a good thing to do that, to take a contract with the company, because then it's cheaper for repair. So you take a special repair contract, and then instead of them charging you, say, like $500 to do something, it's very, most of it's free. And if there's anything they needed, maybe a part or something that's not included. But so far, all my repairs were free. You just pay a certain fee, and you can take it out for a few years, and then every repair is free. That's incredible. I didn't know about it right away. I did that just a few years ago because I found out, gee, you can do this. You pay for the contract for repair, and come fix it for free. And it's a lot less than what they would charge because, if you call any of these companies, including Dell, it's several $100s. I know one company won't even come out unless they first charge you $200. You have to pay that up front before they do a thing. The Geek Squad, they make you pay right away. They come, but you've got to pay additionally just to have them step in your door. You do a great job, but it's too expensive for me. I just paid one small fee, and it was like $150. And I know each time, and they did things for a few times, so it was like $50 a time. That's, you can't get repair for $50. And they had to come one time. It was so bad, my computer. They came in person. So You can't get that. You can't get that for $50. The service charge alone is worth more than $50, you know, for anybody. See, so it's good you get the troubleshooting from Dell. You know, besides they give you good computers, you get the troubleshooting. That's why I stick with Dell. And my son had his for 15 years, the same computer. It's lasted. Of course, he had high graphics, so it was, you know, very, very good. And you know, he keeps getting upgrades with him. So excellent. And mine, you know, like I said, 10 years. If technology didn't increase, so it would still be working. But it's so fast right now, and it just can't keep up with mine. Didn't have high graphics. If mine was like my son's, you know, it would have kept up with technology. Mine was just a cheap one. Now the other Dell I have, I mean, it can work, but it's just not, you're not going to be able to do Google Hangouts. You could use that computer if anyone needs a computer. You know, this computer works as long as you're not wanting to do a reality show, and you could use the, you know, the purpose of using this computer to do tasks, you know, typing, whatever. You could do plenty of things on this computer. There's nothing wrong with the computer. You just wouldn't be able to do reality show on it. If anybody needs out there a computer, I'm willing to sell it for very inexpensive. I have the monitor, I have the computer, and you can give me a call, 973-736-1637, 973-736-1637. I'd sell it, both of them, for $100. The whole two pieces, the monitor, which is in brand new working condition, and the computer. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, my computer was working fine, just that it just can't keep up with my, I just changed to business Comcast, and that's where, you know, it wasn't keeping up with the fast speed. If you didn't, you know, have the, if you want to do webinars and all that stuff, it just can't. But it can work. The computer works. There's nothing wrong with it. Fine working condition. And I miss it. I enjoyed that computer. Very simple to use. And it was sleek lined. It wasn't big and clumsy. So, you know, it was perfect for any room. Now, whenever you do you're painting, of course, you don't have a large area. So even though I'm doing like the sweater right now, it's a little larger. You still do gentle strokes. It's a mid-sized canvas. So. And if you need to dab on, let's say it's a very tiny area, you could go like this. If you can't get into a certain crevice. Let me put the camera a little down more. I hope you can see because it's like reflecting from the window. Like I said, I can't wait to get out of here because my room doesn't have the window right on top, and it's not. This is not great ideal for the show. Sorry about that. I'm thrilled the sun is coming in, but I'm not thrilled with it. You can't see exactly with the reflection. Well, I'll be setting that up today, and I can be in another room. Yay, my room. Be delightful again. And I'm always nervous too. My dog comes in here, and I'm nervous what he's going to do in this room. Oh, he's into teething a little bit. He's a dog from Dominican Republic, and he was living on the streets for 2 months. So he's taking a lot of training. He's about a year old, but he took a lot of training. Because if he was like in a shelter at least, but he didn't even learn any of the social graces, what to do in a house, how to live with humans. He's trying. He tries really hard. But he makes his mistakes. He means well. That's one thing. My puppy always means well. He's very smart. But he's very good. He is trained that he goes out to make and all that. It's just the only thing. It's just the teething. I'm trying to get him not to chew paper. And I put my basket up, but my son keeps it on the floor. And that's why I don't like to be in this room. Right now I see a little paper chewed up because while I was setting up my art supplies, he started getting into the garbage. I don't like him doing that. Don't want him doing that. That's my room. I have it up on top, so you can't get to it. Oh, and I just got a new garbage can. You wave your hand, and it opens up. My son bought it, and it's like, this is terrific. You don't have to touch it. Really nice. I saw one like that, and I thought, gee, oh boy, that's what my son wants. But it wasn't expensive, and it was online that he bought it. And we needed it because it was too small. He likes to drink fresh coconut juice. And so he gets these soft coconuts, young coconuts, and it gets stuck. You can't pull it out of the garbage can, the bag. This bag, it's bigger because the can is bigger, and it just fits right on to this garbage. It's so superb. The bags are right there inside the can. It gives you like a holder for it. It is so easy. It's just so good. Now I can pull the garbage out. I mean, it was a ritual trying to get the garbage out. And he doesn't take it out. My son does not. My father did, but my son does not like to take the garbage out. I have to take the garbage out. And I'm pulling it and pulling it, trying to yank these coconuts out. It's insane. So now it's coming out easy, the bag. It just 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad he got this. And you know how you're in the shower and you have like these soap containers, and whether it be shampoo, whatever, and they get wet and they get soapy, and then it slips and drops out of your hand, and sometimes the thing is open, so then it's a mess. It's just a mess. So I can't believe my son got these dispensers. It's really cool, and you put it on the wall, and now you don't have to worry. It never slips. Never slips. The bottle never slips. You don't have to get, hands all full of soap. You get too much on you and all that. So now it's so simple. And the company is called Simple Human, and it is. It makes everything simple. Very simple. I'm going to have health resort here, basically. I mean, you can't be having these bottles and they're going to be falling and all that. You want to have it organized for the people and make it really nice. So if it's a health retreat, now I have the things all ready, all the herbs, and I have, like I said, the shower, everything is done, and I have the sunroof and all. It's a really great bathroom. And now we got the containers for all the soaps. And they're all labeled. It's so cool. Because, you could even make a mistake. You're trying to get your shampoo, you're grabbing your cream rinse. So each one is labeled big and clear on top. Terrific. I'm really thrilled. The house is getting very organized, getting done, and hopefully we'll keep on schedule for 2 months. I predict that it should be all done, ready to go for having our friends in to do the health retreat. Because if you have a disease like cancer, God forbid, or whatever it is, heart disease, it can be cured by the health food. Excuse me, I get my phone. Oh, Barbara speaking. I'm okay, thank you. By the way, it's funny you're calling. I was just wondering, do you do installing central air conditioning? Oh, if you could send out what it would be for, we have a 3-bedroom home, if what the price quote would be, because we consider doing that. And maybe now it'll be a little less because the summer's almost, getting tailored down by the time you come here. All right. All right. Very good. Well, I'm doing a reality show right now, so I really can't talk. Um, I do it on Google Hangouts if you ever want to go for Barbara L. Sue, and it goes on YouTube. So, yeah. Um, You could set up an appointment. Okay. If you have anything for next, not this Friday, but next Friday, if there's anything. No, we don't. We have existing ductwork, and we have like a new heater put in, but we have to have it connected because it wasn't connected. Yeah, so, yep, me. Thank you. Thank you. And in the afternoon would be the best time, later in the afternoon, because somebody's going to come in the morning. I have a scheduled appointment with a client. So, you can't just schedule it with them, and then I'll have to call back because I'm not going to be able to do that now. I can't hold on anymore. I thought if you could just schedule it. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, yeah, that would be fine. Thank you so much. Anytime. I'm here 9 to 5, but not 5 o'clock. I start my show. Okay, take care. All right, bye. Bye now. Bye now. Thank you. Okay, we had to find out about air conditioning because we don't have central, and it's been so hot. And we're going to do this health thing retreat. I just can't see people dying of heat here. God forbid. I mean, we have air conditioning, we have fans, but I mean, I want it even cooler. So we'll see what happens, what it costs, if it's affordable. Well, we could put more ceiling fans in too. We have them in 2 rooms now. Mine broke, so I'd have to get 2 more ceiling fans. And I was thinking of a ceiling fan maybe in the dining room. So we'll see. If we can't afford the central, I'd get 3 ceiling fans because we have a heavy-duty air conditioner. Well, I'm going to say good night, but I want to say a prayer, miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. Should be peace, good spirit, good health, good strength. And I hope and pray for everyone, going through, there's such inclement weather happening with this climate change all around the world. And I'm praying for people, that they're safe and for peace. I mean, there's unfortunately wars going on and terrorism, and if people would only accept each other for each other, I mean, we're all the same. We come from one God, and there should not be this disruption. There should not be people trying to take whatever someone else has. We should be helping each other, and there are so many wonderful countries that do that, and it shouldn't be that people, they're suffering. There's a lot of third world countries that are suffering. I understand that, but you have to realize there are a lot of people like me trying to help in the world, and remember that, and don't have terrorism, acts of terrorism, and doing things. Let's have peace with each other. That is so important, that we accept each other and work with each other. So I'm hoping and praying. I named it Parental World Knowledge for the reason, that there should be, world is the one, key word in there, and everyone in the world, there should be peace and good spirit. And amen. God heals 100%. I just do the prayer. All right. So if anybody wants to have a private lesson, again, besides on the air, and I gave my number is 973-736-1637. You can have a private lesson. It's $5 donation. We still have Shop for a Cause tickets left. And we still have the beautiful antique jewelry. I mean, not this one particular one, but we have necklaces and different things that are really have high quality, and different rings and different things. I mean, not exactly as what I have on, but there are many, many nice things, bracelets, etc. And for $5. And then if you want an energy scan instead, you can get an energy scan. And you're eligible for our digital camera and a beautiful commemorative coin. So this is from the Challenger. So really for $5, and then it's tax deductible. Can you beat that? You know, we're a 501(c) classified organization, Artist Swarovski Fine Art Studio, and we donate 50% to Epilepsy Foundation. So please, I hope that you give us a call. You can pick up your tickets. It's August 26th to August 28th. So you have a whole weekend to shop and get 25% off most items, even sale items and designer items. And you're getting all this stuff, which is incredible, for free. And you might win from Macy's even $500. Every Macy's store is giving one across the nation. So even if you go on vacation, you can use it any Macy's store across the nation. So for $5, can't beat that. You know, you go out to have some coffee and you know, a donut. You're going to be spending more than $5. So, you know, for $5, it's such a nice thing, and you can use it, that coupon, for a whole year for your art lesson or poetry lesson. So it's a very good deal, and to get possibly all these free things too that you might win. Alrighty, and I just hope that everybody has a good night or a good day. And thanks for watching, and please passing on the word about us. We keep getting more and more viewers, and I greatly appreciate what you're doing. Bye now.